2027 is a boomer agenda. The young people have a different plan. If William Ruto has already, we are talking about this week we saw City Mortuary has 394 undeclared bodies. Bodies which have not gone to be collected, and all of this pile up has been within the last 6 months, or especially after the June protests. Now, if this guy, and don't forget, there's another 120 people that he is officially known that William Ruto killed. Don't forget that people are being abducted. So if this man has killed over 600 or over 700 people within 6 or 7 months, how many people is he going to have killed between now and 2027? You see, these politicians, these boomers, these Raila, Karua, Eugene Wamalwa, Okia Omtata, all of them, they have money to pay for security, to have armored vehicles. Their kids are abroad or they go to fancy schools, so they are insulated from all of these nonsensical shenanigans, political shenanigans. So them, they can wait. Can you wait to be abducted? First of all, the ISIOLO youth. If you're listening to me and you're in ISIOLO and you're a young person, please stop using Safaricom, because William Ruto is a petty motherfucker. He's an asshole. He's a narcissistic prick. What he's going to do is going to look for the people who are there. They are going to zero in. They are going to monitor what they did with the people who are in parliament and how they have been abducted ever since. They are going to zero in. Safaricom has already pinged your location, so they are going to look for you, everyone who booed you and heckled you, and then they are going to come for you one by one. Nurdin Haji and Mohammed Amin. You understand? So if you're in ISIOLO, please stop using Safaricom. William Ruto is a vindictive motherfucker. He's going to come for people because now you have embarrassed him in front of the world. He's feeling angry right now. You heard even his tone. It was escalating. It was escalating towards that level, you remember, on June 25th, where he said, I'm going to come and kill every one of you who tried to bring the government down because you are treasoners, you are criminals. You remember that speech. ISIOLO youth, if you have a Safaricom line, dump it. Listen to me. I know, I've studied this shit. I know Nurdin Haji. I know Mohammed Amin. Mohammed Amin was in court. He was asked questions. He was interrogated there. He was cross-examined. He almost walked out. These guys, do you think they care about the law? You think they care about good governance? You think they care about human life? No, these are killers. And that's why William Ruto was going to Mandera in the northern Kenya. He was going to pay homage to the people who have kept him in power. And the people who have kept him in power are Somali oligarchs. Somali oligarchs have kept him in power because he has killed domestic industry. He has killed domestic productions. To what? Now we are a net importer. We are importing everything coming through the port of Kismayu. He was even dressed yesterday. He was even dressed in a blue trouser and in a blue shirt and a white trouser. The colors of the Somali flag. You have to pay homage to the person, to the throne. He's not our president. He's representing the interests of another country. And then he has the audacity. He has the guts to call us treasoners. He's a treasonous motherfucker. He's a person who has absconded his oath of office. He's a person who should be living. And so my work here is to just tell you to remain focused. Number one, we say that every Monday will be a national strike. Every Monday will be a national strike. Please, TikTokers, if you're getting this, I need you to get this part very well because people don't seem to get it. Every Monday, if you don't have anything to do in town, please stay at home because many of you have made going to town as a career. Sometimes when you don't have anything to do, you're just going to run, silly errands or whatnot. If you have anything to do it now, do it Saturday, do it when, but don't go to town on Monday. Number two, close your business. Close your business. It is that simple. We're asking you to sacrifice because you're still not going to make any money. Your customers are running short of money. They were being taxed left, right, and center. These guys are coming for a paycheck. So why don't you want to be in solidarity with the people who have kept your business afloat? You think you're going to profit while your customers suffer and languish in poverty? No. So close your business. Don't go to town, whichever town you are in. Because did you see what happened in Nakuru? Did you see the High Court in Nakuru threw away the habeas corpus application for the presentation of Brian Odhiambo, a young man, for the simple crime of going to fish in a lake that is owned by us. That lake is not owned by KWS. It's not owned by the tourists. It is owned by us. That is our money. That is our heritage. Even if we were all to go and fish there tomorrow, KWS, who the fuck do you think you are? That you're going to prioritize money over human life. And then the courts have no shame. They throw out the application for the police to present him because they killed him and threw him in that lake where nobody will be able to find him. People, you have to understand that your sacrifice is needed and it is necessary. Because if we rely on these stupid boomers who are telling us to wait until 2027, most probably you won't be alive to see that. These boomers, politics is their career. Politics is that's all they do, just going on rooftops. Look at somebody like William Ruto. He has the energy to do everything else other than what he was elected for. He has the energy to go there and hurl insults, to throw tantrums, to throw his childish rants. But ask him to do a project, ask him to show us even a pit latrine to his name. You will never see it. So Monday, please, when we say it's a national strike, stay at home. Don't open your business. It's just one day. I'm telling you, at the end of this, you will benefit. You will be happy. It's better to sacrifice a few weeks and have a lifetime of prosperity than to continue entertaining this government. You need to block. We need to choke their revenue. We need to choke their tax collections. You understand? University students, this week you did a good job. KU, you blocked the road. Nairobi University, you went to help. Technical University, you went to the streets. But they promised you that they're going to give you your help. They haven't sent that money. Just the same way they lied to sugar farmers in Western, in Bumias. They told them, oh, you're going to look. If you look in your phones, you're going to see the bonus. We didn't see that bonus. So join us in the protests. Join us. Whichever part of the country, don't forget you have grievances. So if you cannot march in town, or you cannot, since you're not in that position, stay at home. Some of you go when it's not necessary. Stay at home. Nobody will sack you. Nobody will relieve you of your job. That, oh, when I said Francis Gaitho has declared a holiday, or when you go and tell your human resources manager that, you will never be sacked. And if you've ever been sacked for that, tell me, the employer. DM me the name of the company and the employer. Huh? We are here trying to fix the economy. We are here trying to fix the country. But then we are being sabotaged. I told you the biggest war that I have ever fought in my life is not against Ruto. It's against the internal sabotage. It's against these bloggers, these rural-bred retarded bastards. Oge shagi. Hii shamba inamsumbuanga ni nini? Ukikuja town, if you want to be part of the global community, then you leave your stupidity, you leave your ruralism behind. And then you say, now I am a new person. This is my Damascus moment. I cannot go to where we are aspiring to go with the same mindset that I had. That's why I saw this stupid PS. She's called Mary Modoni, the PS of health. She goes and says, Shisha is bad. Shisha can kill you. Shisha can do X, Y, and Z. Because she has nothing else to offer. Because she has no other catalog of achievements. She should be telling us, we have opened this new level 5 hospital or this new referral hospital so that if you get sick from smoking shisha, you will find healthcare. Hey, we can ban, we ban shisha. No, Shaggy, that is ruralism. Shisha brings tourists. I told her to compare all the North African countries, Egypt, Tunisia, Morocco, Algeria, where shisha is legal, shisha is prevalent there, and to compare with our life expectancy rate, so that you stop lying just because you don't have anything to say. When you stand up in a podium, you realize, oh shit, I have nothing to show these people to justify my being in office. So let me latch on, let me work on their emotions. That is how they came to ban alcohol, to bring alcohol. Saying, oh, alcohol is the one which is causing problems. No, it's your corruption. We have looked at the statistics. We know how many accidents are caused by PSVs and small cars. But you, because you have not fixed the road, because you have not marked the pedestrian zebra crossings, because you have not put traffic lights, because you erect bumps anyhowly, which cause the accidents, now you want to shift blame. We are telling them that their time is up. Today we had a high court pronouncing itself, saying, I need you to get this very right. I need you to get this very right. They said that the Moses Wetangula had made a ruling, an illegal and constitutional ruling, saying that Kenya Kwisha shit should have the majority and thus have the numbers to appoint a majority leader. Number two, they said that first, Moses Wetangula was in breach of the constitution by serving as the Speaker of the National Assembly and the party leader of Ford Kenya. Now listen, the petitioner had not asked for the courts to declare Moses Wetangula's seat unconstitutional, please, or Kimani Ichung'wa's seat unconstitutional. No, it was just to define who has the majority in parliament. That is what the petitioner had asked for. You see, the court cannot grant you what you have not asked for. But we already know that by that pronouncement, the court has declared that Moses Wetangula is illegally in office. Kimani Ichung'wa is illegally in office. What should happen right now without any further delay is that Moses Wetangula should leave office. All the security should be withdrawn from his house, from his residence, from his car, his motorcade, everything should be withdrawn, and Parliament should elect another speaker without any fail. Parliament, you've been given one last chance to redeem yourselves before we come there and finish the job. You know the job that we started last year? We are going to come and finish it if you don't redeem yourself. Right now, please ensure that Moses Wetangula is not in office by the close of business today. You hear? Oh. Moses Wetangula is illegally in office. Forget about what you have been told. Forget about what the media will be paid to spin. And they are doing some wordplay. They are trying to mess up with what the judges or the High Court judges declared and pronounced today. But because the petitioner had not explicitly requested or demanded or petitioned for Moses Wetangula's removal today, the only item they wanted was a definition of who is the majority party in parliament. And they have already pronounced themselves. They have said that Moses Wetangula, you cannot be a speaker, house speaker, and you still be a party leader. You have continued to do that. So listen, have you ever gone to court and they told you, no, whatever you did last year, we have forgiven you. Now start afresh. No, you are punished immediately. So the punishment for Moses Wetangula is that he has been serving illegally. He knows the constitution. He's a lawyer. And he has been serving as both the House Speaker and the party leader of Ford Kenya. So he is in breach. And if tomorrow I go and file a constitutional appeal myself and say I want him to be declared, it will be granted. But we don't have to go through that. We don't have to do that process. Once again, the courts have already pronounced themselves. So whether it is now, whether it is 6 months from now, Moses Wetangula, you're still illegally in office. And the best thing you should do is leave before you are kicked out. Moses Wetangula is the one who had hired mercenaries to be at the rooftop of parliament to shoot Gen Zs. Sorry. I don't know. I feel like I've swallowed up some hair. Moses Wetangula is the one who had hired snipers on top of parliament and outside. These were retired KDF and police officers. They were hired to shoot Gen Zs when they raided parliament. Moses Wetangula is a trashy individual. He's a war criminal. He's somebody who should be in jail. But before then, Moses Wetangula, you have to leave office. Before then, Moses Wetangula, you have to leave office. Moses Wetangula, you have to leave office. Moses Wetangula, you are an idiot, you are an asshole, you are a war criminal, you should be in jail. But even before going to all those places, you should leave office. Your office has been declared, your tenure in office has been declared unconstitutional. You have been serving as both a House Speaker, you have been serving as both the party leader of Ford Kenya. You are an imposter. Moses Wetangula, leave office right now, you motherfucker. On February 17th, listen to me here. On February 17th is when we are having the AUC elections. February 17th will be a Monday. The same Monday where we normally declare a national strike. So on that day, not going to work, not going to do anything. You will be at home following the proceedings of those AUC elections. And afterwards, there'll be a big celebration. There'll be a big street bash. Wherever you are, just come out and celebrate. Because these boomers are telling us to wait until 2027. How many young people will Ruto have killed by then? Then they have the luxury. Then their core business, their career, all their lives. Kalonzo Musyoka has never known anything else. He's just on top of a sunroof. Eugene Wamalwa is just knitting 5-star hotels here. Hey, press conference come. That's all they have ever done in their life. Now then they can wait until 2027. Us who want to be productive, us who want to contribute to our country, we cannot wait until 2027. Listening and watching Ruto moving from traversing the entire country, spewing his lies. William Ruto, Uhuru Kenyatta, they've never worked a day in their lives. Kalonzo Musyoka, they've never run an enterprise. They can do politics morning till evening. Mother Karua, they can do politics till evening. And that's why Okiya Omtata can be in court. He's never run an enterprise. He's never run a business. That's why they're telling you, no, let's wait until 2027 so that we can have our people in the IBC. No, we want this system to collapse. We want a caretaker government which will be filled with people from every stakeholder, from every industry, a multi-stakeholder from every church, from every religion, from every professional, from every business group or lobby group or interest group. You run the caretaker government for 1 or 2 years in preparation for the 2027 election so that we can overhaul the systems. We can do a new IBC. We have done this before. Well, why is somebody telling you? Why is somebody hastening you? Why is somebody showing you that you don't have time? No, we have a lot of time. Oh, you must make a decision now. For us to beat Ruto, we must have a formidable candidate. Now, formidable is inversely proportional to corrupt. We must settle on Gachagua because Gachagua is the only one who can help us fight Ruto. Fuck you. Was Gachagua there in June 25th when we raided Parliament? Was Gachagua anywhere near there? Why do you suddenly think that we need him? He's the one who needs us. You have to believe in yourself. You see, low self-esteem is also correlated to ruralism. You are stuck in disbelief of yourself. You have low self-esteem. You don't want to believe that you're capable. Now, please do not infect the rest of us who have seen it, who have internalized it, who have seen the potential. Please do not spread that negative energy to us. You, if you think that Gachagua is the only one who can liberate you, please go to Amunyoro and suck his dick. For the rest of us, we know in June, he was nowhere. In June, he was nowhere. In June, Gachagua was nowhere. Why do you need him now? He's the one who needs us. So Gachagua, if you're not talking our language, go fuck yourself. If Gachagua, you're not saying Ruto must go this month, please, and you're telling us to wait for 2027, go fuck yourself. Gachagua, you've become too much. And these PR nonsensical shenanigans that you're doing, that you're always engaging us with, are the very reason you are removed as a deputy president. Because you are outshining the master. You are always on the media saying nonsensical stuff. You have hired Gonjiri Wambogo and all your propagandists to take your, because you are an agent provocateur, they take the polarizing statement that you say, and then it ends up on the media, on the blogs, on everything. And so you're bogging us down with your negative energy, Gachagua. We would have made immense strides before if you hadn't joined the movement or purported to join the movement. Please, Gachagua, we have not forgotten. If you want to vie in 2027 after we overhaul, nobody has stopped you. In fact, we can even overhaul the constitution to allow you, because normally somebody who has been impeached, cannot be allowed to run again. So even all these rantings and ramblings that you're doing are an exercise in futility. But we can overhaul and amend the constitution to allow you to vie in 2027 after this system falls this year. We can do that. So why aren't you joining us? Why aren't you, Mother Karua, joining us? Why aren't you, Kalonzo Musyoka, joining us in saying Ruto must go? Why are you telling us to wait until 2027? What's the catch? Because all of you are state-sponsored puppets. All of you are state-sponsored hoodlums. All of you have been sent to disorient and to disrupt the Gen Z movement. And let me tell you, you will not win. You will not prevail. Boomers, the generation of boomers, the retrogressive, the redundant generation of boomers, you have bequeathed us nothing other than misery, other than poverty, other than oppression, other than disenfranchisement. Boomers! You will not win. You will not prosper. Boomers! The generation of boomers. You've been a thorn in our flesh. You've been a bane in our existence. You guys have left us with nothing. There's nothing positive that comes from you. There's nothing progressive that comes from you. Boomers, you are a bunch of useless pieces of shit. Kalonzo Musyoka, Mother Karua, Eugene Wamalwa, Rigathi Gachagua, Raila Odinga, we are telling you, if you're not with the gospel of Ruto must go, if you're telling us that 2027 is the only time that Ruto must go, let me tell you, boomers, we are going to fuck you up. Boomers, you will not waste our time. Boomers, you will not bring us your bullshit. We cannot be held hostage by less than 10 boomers. You have held us hostage for the last 20, 30 years. You said that, it's 2002, Kibaki has come, now it's a second liberation. Now we have reverted. I listened to Bob Jage. I listened to the Longton brothers when they were on JKL the other day, and they were talking about how they were oppressed. That was what was happening during the Moi era in the Nyayo torture chambers. You have taken us back in one fell swoop. While you said we have a new progressive constitution, you have gone on to do these funny handshakes there to undermine all the gains that you claimed you had made for us. You said that you have bequeathed us prosperity with a new constitution. See us. See our lives. People are being done for Nyayo House torture chambers. Nurdin Haji is running black sites, one in Mwehoko, one in Garden Estate, one in Peponi Road. You have never even raised that in parliament. And now you're telling us we have to wait until 2027 so that William Ruto can kill another 1,000 young people. Boomers! Boomers, we are telling you we are tired of your bullshit. Boomers, fucking boomers. I'm tired, man. Every time they are always pushing a false dawn. Every time it's a false dawn. Even now they are saying 2027, when we get rid of Ruto, is going to be a dawn of a new era. Every time, every cycle, they have to craft this illusion of a dawn of a new era so that they can onboard you. They can sell us this fictitious lie, this heaven, this imaginary paradise, but they are just going there to extend their winning streak. They are just going there to continue with all the malfeasance that has been associated with past regimes. Can you imagine in 2025, we are discussing about Nurdin Haji and Mohammed Amin abducting people, taking them to torture chambers, handcuffing them for 31 days. 31 days, you've been handcuffed and you're naked. That is what was happening in 1992 and 1990 and the 1980s. We have gone back there, yet we still claim we are a progressive society. And then we have these boomers who are coming to tell us to wait until 2027. You relax, continue suffering, continue being abducted, continue being killed, continue being thrown in acid, continue being dumped in rivers and lakes. Let's wait for 2027 where now we are going to come and fix this. That is exactly what Mother Karua is telling you. That is exactly what Okiya Omtata is telling you. That is exactly what Eugene Wamalwa is telling you. That is exactly what motherfucker, this Gashie the motherfucker is telling you. That is exactly what Uhuru is telling you while he's fronting Matiang'i. That is exactly what David Maraga is telling you. Now, we have no problem with you people vying. Whether you come in a coalition, whether you vie alone, nobody has a problem. But immediately, right now, what we are saying is Ruto must go. If you're not saying that, then shut the fuck up. Don't tell us about 2027. You have the luxury. Most of you are running with state security. You have bodyguards from GSU Reke Squad. I don't have a bodyguard. I can't even afford a G4S bodyguard, let alone a Reke Squad. You have security funded with our taxes. So you can wait. You can ride it out because you know you also have money to bribe the media idiots to come for they come for a press conference there. You give them brown envelopes because in Kenya what we have is brown envelope journalism. Or you go to these bloggers called Kenyans.co.ke. You give them money to run your memes. You know how to spread it out. So 2027 you can be elected. Meanwhile, how many people will have been dead by then? Boomers, you will not be boomers. Boomers amtatuletea umafi wenyu. You won't bring amtatuletea utoto wenyu. You won't bring us your stupidity, your nonsense. Boomers, if you're not talking about Ruto must go now and you're telling us 2027, bro, we will still get rid of Ruto and then I gave you guys an amnesty. All of you guys, Rigathi, Wamalwa, Kalonzo, all of you have scandals. Now, once we get over this system, once we overhaul institutions and structures, everything in the government, once we get rid of them, we are going to come back for justice and restitution. Now, all of you guys have scandals. All of you motherfuckers, all of you boomers have scandals. I gave you an amnesty package. I told you if you remove 2027 from your mouth, we are going to forget what you did in the past and you will be allowed to retire in peace. That's what I told you. That's what I told you, boomers. That's what I told you, Eugene Wamalwa. That's what I told you, Kalonzo Musyoka. That's what I told you, Rigathi Gachagua. That's what I told you, Mother Karua. That's what I told you, Okiya Omtata. That we are going to forget what you did in the past and we are going to allow you to retire in peace. If you remove 2027 from your mouth, you people have been adamant. You people do not want to join in our agenda. You want to come thrust your agenda down our throats. You want to tell us to wait, to continue dying, to continue getting abducted. Yesterday, there was somebody who was abducted in Meru. at a hotel called Royal Palace. He was abducted there. So you want us to continue getting abducted as you guys think of how you're going to split seats, sharing, coalition, sharing whatever positions. You think we have the luxury of the time to wait for you people to figure out how you're going to continue robbing us? No. We're saying Ruto must go now. If you're not with that agenda, please, number one, remove Gen Zs from your mouth. Stop talking about Gen Z vote, because we don't give a shit about you. We are still going to remove Ruto, and we are going to come for you. You people who came to undermine our movement. You people who came. Rigathi Gachagua is the biggest demobilizer of Gen Zs. Rigathi Gachagua, you're the biggest demobilizer of Gen Zs. And once we bring down this government, we are coming for you. Oh, you people are banking on 13th century war doctrines. So the enemy of my enemy is my friend. That's rubbish. The enemy is your enemy. Period. The enemy is an enemy. Stop saying that the enemy. This is how you people have been dying. This is how you people, you've been going somewhere, you see somebody, you see. I've been saying that Okia Omtata is the one who is coordinating abduction of young people, because he had bamboozled you with a lot of lies, because you people lack the vision, you lack the knowledge and the wisdom to see through the bullshit of these boomers. Bob Jage comes on JKL and he's asked what happened that day. He says that he received 2 phone calls. One was from Jimmy Wanjigi. Jimmy Wanjigi was saying, I've been arrested, come to Kamukunji. You offer support. You come with your hired whatever. Okay? Then, but before he went to Kamukunji, where did he pass by? The office of Okia Omtata. The office of Okia Omtata. Because these cliques you guys have aligned yourselves with, you don't know those people. This is the same mentality that you have of the enemy of my enemy is my friend. No, the enemy is the enemy. Period. So you go there, you think Okia Omtata is a good guy, you abducted, you go missing. The one of the Mulolongo 4, one of them had met Okia Omtata. I don't know whether the others had met him. I don't know whether the others had met him. But it cannot be a coincidence that 3 people who have been abducted by the government agents, all of them had met Okia Omtata moments before their abduction. It cannot be a coincidence. Sometimes God is trying to give you signs. Sometimes God is trying to give you hints. But you people are too stupid. You're too thick because of mob psychology. Because you've clicked. You've bundled yourself in all these cliques. And you think you owe each other loyalty. You think you owe this guy called Kayoti Sonko Mabonga. You think you owe him loyalty because sasa ameku DM. I get all those DMs. I know even a DM, I get even whatever WhatsApp message I can tell this one is from the government. But I still entertain them. Doesn't mean I have to meet them. So Okia Omtata, 3 people have been abducted. And all of them had met Okia Omtata prior. You want to convince yourself that it's a coincidence. You go and meet Okia Omtata tomorrow. What are you waiting for? Go and meet him. Kwani wewe ni mtoto, tushinde tukikubembeleza. Go and meet him. Uone huku tukitoa mahashtag, watu wakitoa mahashtag utafutwe uonekani. Umesikia? So, these boomers have money. These boomers are even staging your abductions. And now you've joined them. Now you guys have gone to join Gachagua there. Guy has been brought to demobilize Gen Zs with his bullshit because he's been a bullshitter. If they could not even tolerate his bullshit in government, mbona, whomst are we to tolerate Gachagua's bullshit? If they could not even tolerate it themselves in government, whomst are you to tolerate it? Whomst are you to come and tell us bullshit? Oh, at the enemy of my... That's 30th century war doctrines. Please, do not be saying some shit in 2025. Your enemy is your enemy, period. When we executed June, Gachagua was not there. You who is saying that we cannot proceed, we cannot dislodge Ruto without him. For what? Because of the stale jokes he's cracking at barazas that he's going to. Or what value has he brought? What momentum has he brought that you've seen it can dislodge Ruto? You know, you have to be, when you're saying some things, you have to show, you have to table your evidence. What momentum has he brought that has shown that it can dislodge Ruto? In fact, Ruto has become more emboldened. He's become more ruthless and rude and toxic. Ever since Gachagua now went on a competing spree, now they are competing who will talk the most shit. But as we were not about shit, as we were about the debt, the taxes, our conversations were on an intellectual high. Before we were raided, before we were infiltrated by the rural-bred, retarded bastards, by Jim Jue, and all these other idiots who are telling us about Gachagua. We were talking intellectual stuff. That's where we need to be. Don't need to be listening to Gachagua's bullshit. So the High Court has pronounced itself. Members of Parliament, you've been given one last chance. You've been given one last chance to redeem yourself, members of Parliament. Members of Parliament, mumepewa nafasi ya mwisho ya kujiredeem. And if you don't redeem yourself, members of Parliament, we are telling you, this time round, we are coming to finish Kumalo. Tunakuja kufinish Kumalo, and if you don't remove Moses Wetangula, if you don't remove Kimani Ichung'wah from office, if they don't leave, if they don't vacate their seats by tonight, members of Parliament, we are telling you that the next time we come to that house, we are going to finish Kumalo. When we come to your properties, we are going to finish Kumalo. When we come to your residences, we are going to finish Kumalo. Members of Parliament, the High Court has granted you one last chance to redeem yourselves. Remove Moses Wetangula. Remove Kimani Ichung'wah from their positions tonight. Failure to do so, we are going to come to your homes. We are going to come to your businesses. We are going to vandalize anything that is associated with you, members of Parliament. You will see the wrath of Gen Z. What you saw last year was just a tip of the iceberg. This time round, tunakuja kufinish Kumalo. Members of Parliament, are you listening? Hello? Members of Parliament, the High Court has granted you one last chance to redeem yourself. Please take it. Because we mean business. You've seen what has happened in ISIOLO. People are heckling. They're telling Ruto must go right to his face. If they are telling the head of state that, who the fuck do you think you are? You're just a MP. We are telling you, you have to remove Moses Wetangula. You have to remove Kimani Ichung'wah from office. You have to unseat them today. Do not delay. Members of Parliament, the High Court has pronounced itself. Move with haste. Do not waste any time. ISIOLO youth, you have made my day. You have given me energy to come and do this live. ISIOLO youth, you're amazing. I'll come to ISIOLO. ISIOLO youth, you're amazing. You're fantastic. I have all the good things that can be said should be directed to ISIOLO young people. You have made my day. You have made Kenyans' day. You have given us energy. All the people who live in fear, they've been sold for fear. They've been told, wait for 2027. They've been distracted by nonsensical anecdotes like Musangalire. Some of them are even making AI images of that rubbish. We've moved from talking about taxes and debt, and now we are talking about Musangalire. Can you see how far we have dropped? Am I cooking my own stories? Am I mad? Can't you even ask yourself? Unaweza jiita mkutano and ask yourself. Last year we were discussing about tax. Last year we were discussing about debt. Now we are talking about Musangalire. Unaona vile tumeshuka. Now it's up to you to liberate yourself, to elevate yourself. Elevate yourself by blocking the people who are disrupting your train of thought. So Giuliani, can you concentrate on the music? I've been telling you, Giuliani, can you upload your set from COVID? You have not done that, but I saw you on this show. It's called, I don't know what, Fixing the Nation. Wow, Githeri Media. Why is Githeri Media saying or doing a show called Fixing the Nation? They are pretending that they are fixing a nation that they themselves have destroyed. Because we would not be here, we would not be where we are without the acquiescence, without the active participation of Githeri Media. Githeri Media are the ones who censor the truth. They are the ones who promote lies. They are the ones who platform people who are trying to obfuscate the reality. Githeri Media. And then now they make a show, Fixing the Nation. You want to purport to fix a problem that you've created. Munatubebanga ujinga sana Munatubebanga matako yenu Munatuonanga matako yenu Giuliani goes there and says, oh, like now here in Starehe, Boniface Mwangi, he will never be elected by anyone. Starehe people are smart for not electing Boniface Mwangi. He's been a traitor. He's been on government's payroll. Now why didn't you elect Boniface Mwangi? The problem is you. Shida ni nyinyi. You see, this is the reverse psychology. Uhuru was the master because Uhuru is a gaslighter. Uhuru is the most toxic. Uhuru's head between here is just Mavi. It's just human waste. It's a sewage. So he used to be the gaslighter. And somebody on one of my threads there removed a cartoon done by Gaitho where he was talking about security starts with you. Safety starts with you. You see, because they never want to take accountability for their actions, so they throw the ball back at you. So that's what Giuliani was trying to say. Saa zingine shida ni sisi. We are the problem. Why did you vote? We voted for people, or they voted for people. Did they vote for them to kill? Did they vote for them to chop bodies and throw them in Kware? Did they vote for them to do everything, to shoot Rex Masai? No! So you cannot keep on telling people, because what they are trying, let me tell you, the desperation now is that William Ruto just wants to complete the remaining 3 years. That's all he wants. That's all he wants. He's desperate. So now they've started reversing psychology and saying the problem is you. So essentially what I'm saying is the solution is that you have to vote wisely, and voting wisely is 2027. No! Sauti Sol were on a sponsored psyop by Uhuru Kenyatta when they were singing that song, Tujiangalie, tuko babaya. You know, he was deflecting to us. The problem is not the politician, the problem is not the government, the problem is not the boomers, it is us. You know, the boomers, how they always say, they're always lecturing us, nyinyi watoto, mumekosa heshima, nyinyi watoto mumefanya nini? Yet they were stealing our playgrounds, they were stealing money. For what? Now, anytime somebody dies, you're finding a huge medical bill where now us, we are having to raise money to pay the medical bills and the funerals of boomers who have died, and yet they've lived their lives lecturing us how they are straight and narrow, how they are God's gift to humanity. But now we have to raise money to bury them. Because instead of holding the government to account, they were there listening to churches, lining up for handouts. Wanapanga line hivi, wanapewa handouts na nini. That is what they have bequeathed unto us. So it's the same light. Even Sauti Sol, when they were paid by Uhuru Kenyatta, they said, tujiangalie, tuko pabaya leo kuliko jana, tuko kwa Twitter tunajibizana. Because Uhuru was wound up by Twitter until he left it. Because we were challenging him. Because we were confronting him on his lies, on his bullshit. Because Uhuru is the biggest bullshitter. I keep on telling you, Uhuru is the biggest asshole north of Limpopo, south of the Sahara. So, This reverse psychology, we are used to it. Please do not accept to be told, do not accept to be sold for the lie that you are responsible for William Ruto killing young people and chopping their bodies and dumping them in Kware. You are not responsible for murdering, for abducting. You are not responsible for stealing. William Ruto has done that consciously and deliberately with the people who are next to him, with the people who have surrounded him. Do not accept to carry somebody else's baggage. Do not follow in Giuliani's ways. Giuliani has been paid for by the government to spin that lie. Giuliani, you are very useless. Concentrate on your music. Upload the music that I've been telling you to upload. Don't wait. Don't tell us. We don't need to hear your politics. Who said that celebrities are good politicians? We are seeing right now what is happening. We are seeing in America, Angelina Jolie, Ben Stiller, and so many other celebrities had been paid using USAID money to go and pose for selfies with Zelensky to make him acceptable in the American eyes, the American public. So celebrities, we know, once you're paid, we know munachotwa kakitu. And the less we hear from you, the better. Now, if you're not talking with us, if you're not talking our language, please, you will go and say some things and we are going to embarrass you. Me, I've never purported to be a good musician or a good artist. Have you ever seen me? Even meddling in your topics. Every day you have a lot of issues. I try to refrain from them because I don't have an expert. The expert who we have left to analyze entertainment issues is Sabato, Sauti Around. We have left him to analyze those issues. But me, I'm not an expert. So why do you think that you are an expert? Just because you composed a few songs here and there? No. The objective here, don't come and deflect. And I told you this is reminiscent. This is equivalent to when you have a cheating partner and you cut them pants down. And then they start telling you, oh, I've been cheating because you did this, because you've been unavailable. That's why. No, you are cheating. You are a cheater. Stop trying to deflect it to me. You cheated because you wanted to cheat. So even William Ruto is stealing because he wanted to steal. So you cannot start now shifting the blame and saying, oh, it's the voter. No. The voter, when they were voting, they had good conscience because they looked at the manifesto of William Ruto. That was his social contract with the public. And he had said he's going to do X, Y, and Z. If he had said that I am going to steal, that I am going to kill Kware people and dump people's bodies in Kware, do you think he would have gotten a single vote? No. So these are victims. These are victims of political fraud, political treachery. These are victims. For now, you are not in the position to go and start deflecting attention to them. No. Now we are rallying and we are saying the objective is Ruto must go. Not 2027. We don't have the luxury. We don't have the time. Me, I don't want to die before 2027 just because of my opinion. They have brought back the Nyayo torture chambers. These boomers who kept touting a false dawn in 2002, they told us, oh, Moi must go. Moi was a problem. That's what they told us. Moi was a problem. If Moi goes, then there will be prosperity. Then Moi came in, 2002. Kibaki came in. We had some semblance of prosperity here and there and whatnot. But then they told us now we are going to have a new constitution. But that constitution was made with loopholes for them to exploit so that they can undermine it. And now what we have effectively is a one-party state. What we have is a dictatorship. It's just a glamorized one. It's just a fancy one. Because they have bought the media, they bought the opposition, they have bought parliament, they have bought the churches, they have bought everyone except social media. Social media now is the official opposition. And that's why we are giving them headaches and we are not stopping. Hatubanduki ngo. You understand? So 2002, they told us if Moi goes, everything is okay. Moi went. Then we started seeing other corruption scandals. Started seeing, hey, oh, this one, hey. Even Mother Karua, first of all, she had been involved in a plane accident. Where was she coming from? Somewhere in Western. To do what? For Thanksgiving. One of these Thanksgiving homecoming parties. So even before working, these guys went on a celebratory spree. It was just a homecoming party after homecoming party every weekend. So they told us, yeah. Well, and then afterwards, they told us, if we get a new constitution, bas, sasa, mambo ni nywe. And then they went and crafted that constitution with loopholes for them to create jobs for themselves. That new constitution is trash. It was a waste of taxpayers' money. We need a systematic and institutional overhaul, and it will be done in the absence of Ruto. It will be done in the absence of the current crop of politicians. It will be done by a caretaker government with people from all sectors. We are going to fast-track our constitutional review. We don't have to wait. We don't have to do it, and it will be done whether they like it or not. It is them to choose whether they want to be part of the process, but if they isolate themselves, we are going to come after them. Let me remind you, boomers, that June 25th happened in your absence. You did not contribute, you did not participate, and it still happened. Please wait. I am telling you, save yourselves. Stop talking about 2027. Speak the language of Ruto must go. This month, next month, that's the language that should be coming out of your mouth. No more, no less. You've taken us back, you boomers, to the Moi era. We are back to the Nyayo torture chambers. And you have no shame when you open your mouth and say 2027. Because you have state security. You have money. You have money you have a lot of cash and resources to bribe the media idiots to give you wall-to-wall coverage. We don't have that. We are saying Ruto must go in the immediate. Now, members of parliament, I address you one last time before I shut down this live. Members of parliament, mahali muko munisikize. Munisikize hapa wabunge, wajumbe, whatever you call yourselves in Swahili. Nimemwambia saa hii kabla ya kitu ingine mkue mumetoa kwa viti. Kimani Ichung'wah na Moses Wetangula mulisikia hiyo ruling ya High Court. You heard that High Court ruling. The judges pronounced themselves that Moses Wetangula has been in violation of the Constitution. Now it's not the time for him to now resign from Ford Kenya. No, it's the time for him to leave office, and it's you people to bundle him out. And if you don't do that, members of parliament, mukikosa kufanya hivyo tunakuja kufinish Kumalo. And you know exactly what I mean. You know exactly what I mean when we say tutakuja kufinish Kumalo. You know. Unajua, mulijionea. You guys were running in the tunnels. You guys were calling helicopters to pick you up. You think we are going to allow you the privilege to wait to leave that place? No, we are coming to finish Kumalo. Members of parliament, get rid of Kimani Ichung'wah right now. Get rid of Moses Wetangula right now. Motherfucking boomers. I've given you a last warning. Boomers, wherever you are, I have given you the last warning. If I hear you saying anything 2027 related, bas, you will see me in my flesh. Utasalimiwa. You won't come and impose your agenda on us. Our agenda has always been Ruto must go. Wewe ni nani? Whomst are you? Come and tell us at it wait for 2027. Wewe ni nani? Kwani unafikiria wewe ni nani? You've ridden on this thing of being given respect. Oh, what have you done for us ili muheshimiwe? What have you done? Not a hospital anyone can show. Not a what? People are dying. Every day we are being put in funeral WhatsApp groups. Hey, changa hapa. Because there is no functional healthcare facility. SHA na SHIF zilipita tu kama mumenyamaza hapo. No. Boomers, listen here. And the boomers I have targeted and tagged and everything. Listen here. TikTokers kama mko hapa, please fikishieni ujumbe kwa hawa watu, hawa washenzi, hawa wasenge wanaitwa boomers. Boomers, you are not going to come and impose your own agenda on us. Remove 2027 from your mouths. We are saying Ruto must go now. You have seen the youth of ISIOLO telling Ruto to his face that he must go. They have more balls than all of you combined, the way you pretend that you're gangster and the way you pretend that you're hotshots. But you're still telling us in the same breath that Ruto will go in 2027 to give you time to formulate your coalition so as to know where to impose yourself, insinuate yourself, where you are going to steal, where you're going to distribute money stolen from our taxes. Now, if you want a chance to vie in 2027, Ruto must fall now, and we are going to have a neutral caretaker government which will oversee the institutional and structural overhaul of every arm of the government. Get that in your thick heads. Usifikiri, please, this is not the time now ati uanze kusema watoto wamekukosea heshima. Mmekosewa heshima, mmejiheshimu kwanza. Tuonyeshe hospitali moja mmejenga. Tuonyeshe choo, pit latrine moja umejenga kwa constituency yenye. Because all of you are MPs. And CDF was operationalized from 2003. Show us, this is my pit latrine. Show us, this is my hospital. Show us, this is my school. You guys have just been bribing journalists to promote your imaginary achievements. And then you come there riding on cultural norms, trying to ask us or trying to impose to us that we should respect you. Respect you for what? We had to go to the streets to make a point because you were unable, because you think William Ruto got there, or you think the state of the country got to where it is overnight. No, this has been happening gradually. Overseen by who? By you, because always distracted with nonsense. Now, here we have come with a formidable roadmap that Ruto must go. You are still trying to derail us. You get an idiot, first of all, called Gaitho. Just 6 months ago, you guys could not see each other eye to eye. Now you're friends. Now you're buddies. Ati sasa Gachagua anaenda kwa Mkarua, anaenda na mbuzi. You've forgotten everything. And then he says Musangalire. And then it's trending. Please, rural-bred, retarded bastards who are influencers, hamtakuja kutuletea ushamba yenyu with your obsession with nonsense. The motto and the mantra now is Ruto must go. If you are not for that, natural selection is going to get rid of you. Asanteni sana. I can see time is up. Thank you very much to everyone who tuned in. I can see we were 5,000. Thank you very much to the people on TikTok. TikTok, this revolution would not have happened without TikTok. Thank you very much, because you know Facebook huko ni mashambani. That's where rural-bred, retarded bastards should be, in Facebook. Mukae huko. X and TikTok, thank you very much for everything that you continue to do. The content creators, you know, people don't understand the sacrifice. People don't understand the time we take to shoot this content. You think that it is normal. People don't understand the effort that it takes. And to see, you know, the people on TikTok, every day I'm seeing a new TikToker. Every day I can see somebody new who is struggling to elevate us and liberate us mentally with content. There is a content creator I need to give a big shout out to. It's called No Country Here. You'll see No Country Here on X. You're going to see No Country Here on TikTok. That's a very solid young man. Whoever he is, he's a very solid young man. Please follow No Country Here on TikTok and No Country Here on X. That's a very solid young man. Everyone else, please, I don't, just because I haven't mentioned you doesn't mean I respect your grind. Shujaa Humphrey, I respect your hustle. You guys are up to the beat. Mbanya, you guys are up to the beat. Wairimo Mokoro, you guys are up to the beat, liberating Kenyans, telling the gospel. The gospel that people need to hear. The gospel is Ruto must go. Asanteni sana. Good night, guys.